Hey everyone, welcome back to Walk and Study. Today, we'll be covering some common words you are likely to hear or read in American or other English language news outlets. For today's lesson, we have pulled all of our words from the New York Times. While going over these words, we'll be riding on the Bosphorus ferry from the Asian side of Istanbul to the European side of Istanbul. Some of the words we will cover have more than one meaning, but we will focus on the meaning most commonly used in the news. If you have any additional questions about a word, make sure to ask it in the comments and we can help you out. Okay, let's get started. Our first word is variant. Variant is a noun and it means a form or version of something that differs in some respect from other forms of the same thing or from a standard. Our headline from the New York Times is Delta variant drives new lockdown in Asia and Australia. So this sentence is saying the Delta version or form of the coronavirus is causing new lockdowns in Asian countries. Okay, our next word is peer. Peer is a verb and it means to look closely at someone or something. Our headline from the New York Times is peering under Vermeers without peeling off the paint. So this headline is saying, looking closely at the paintings of the Dutch painter Vermeer without actually removing or peeling off the paint. This article is about how high-tech scanning technologies that are used in geology and astronomy are being used on paintings to understand how the painters created their work. Okay, our next word is flare. In this context, flare is a verb and it means to suddenly become more intense. Our headline from the New York Times is a mental health crisis flares among young children. So this sentence is saying that a mental health crisis among young children has suddenly become very intense or increased dramatically. This article is about how hospital data indicates that more children under 13 are having mental health issues. Our next word is defiant. Defiant is an adjective, and it means showing open resistance or disobedience, so not doing as one is told to do. Our headline from the New York Times is, as parents forbid COVID shots, defiant teenagers seek ways to get them. So this sentence is saying that while some parents are not allowing their teenagers to get COVID vaccinations, some of the teenagers are disobeying or not listening to their parents and getting the vaccines anyway. Our next word is indulge. Indulge is a verb and it means to become involved in something. Our headline from the New York Times is, Wisconsin GOP wrestles with just how much to indulge Trump. So this headline is saying that the Republican Party, also known as the Grand Old Party or the GOP, in the U.S. state of Wisconsin is wrestling or struggling with just how much they should become involved with President Donald Trump. Our next word is infrastructure. Infrastructure is a noun, and it means the basic physical and organizational structures and facilities, for example, buildings, roads, power supplies, that are needed for the operation of a society or an enterprise. Our headline from the New York Times is, Biden heads to Wisconsin to sell his infrastructure deal. So this headline is saying that the American President Joe Biden is going to the state of Wisconsin to generate support for his plan to spend lots of money on new basic and organizational structures and facilities like buildings, roads, and power supplies, that America needs in order to operate. Okay, our next word is bolster. Bolster is a verb, and it means to support or strengthen. Our headline from the New York Times is, House passes bills to bolster scientific research, breaking with Senate. So the headline is saying that the U.S. House of Representatives, which is one of our political bodies that writes law, has passed bills, and bills are new proposals for laws, that support or strengthen scientific research, and this action is different from what the Senate has done. So if we're supporting or strengthening something, we're bolstering it. All right, our next word is revive. Revive is a verb, and it means to give new strength or energy to something. Our headline from the New York Times is, Supreme Court revives a case on excessive force by the police. So this headline is saying that the Supreme Court has given new strength or energy to a legal case regarding police officers who use too much force against people. In this instance, the Supreme Court has given new energy or strength to the case in question by requiring a lower court to review a decision that it had made. All right, so anytime that we're giving new strength or new energy to something, we're reviving that thing. Our next word is equity. Equity is a noun, and it means the quality of being fair or impartial. Our headline from the New York Times is, Biden's effort to center racial equity in policymaking is hitting roadblocks. So this sentence is saying that President Joe Biden's efforts to make racial fairness and impartiality more important in government policymaking is hitting roadblocks or obstacles due to various political and governmental forces. Our next word is dwindle. Dwindle is a verb, and it means to slowly get smaller in size, amount, or strength. Our headline from the New York Times is, The death toll reaches 9 at the Surfside building site as hope of discovering survivors dwindles. So this headline is saying that 9 people have died after an apartment building in Surfside, Florida collapsed, and hope that rescuers will find any more people alive is slowly getting smaller and smaller. Our next 2 words are deceptive and ensnare. Deceptive is an adjective, and it means misleading or intentionally making someone believe something that is not true. Ensnare is a verb, and it means to catch or trap or capture someone or something. Our headline from the New York Times is, How deceptive campaign fundraising ensnares older people. So this headline is saying that politicians who are raising money for their political campaigns are using intentionally misleading actions to trap or catch older people so they will give those politicians money. All right, so that's deceptive and ensnare. We get 2 for 1 in that example. Our next word is humanitarian. Humanitarian is an adjective, and it means something that is concerned with or tries to support human health and happiness. Our headline from the New York Times is, Conflict in Tigray's capital could further hinder humanitarian aid. So this headline is saying that the conflict and fighting in the capital of Tigray, which is a region in Ethiopia, could continue to disrupt and cause delays in delivering aid that is supposed to support human health and happiness. Our next word is reckoning. Reckoning is a noun, and it means the punishing of past mistakes or bad actions. Our headline from the New York Times is, With discovery of unmarked graves, Canada's Indigenous seek reckoning. So this headline is saying that with the discovery of new unmarked graves that contain the remains of hundreds of Native American children, Native Americans currently living in Canada are looking for some punishment or other resolution from the Canadian government for its past misdeeds. Our next word is pique. Pique is a verb, and it means to stimulate interest or curiosity. Our headline from the New York Times is Humble Waiter or Son of a King. A Royal Mystery Piques Spain. So this headline is saying that a mystery regarding whether or not a waiter is actually the son of the King of Spain has stimulated or generated interest and curiosity of all of Spain. Our next two words are flourish and centennial. Flourish is a verb, and it means to grow or develop in a healthy or vigorous way. Centennial is a noun, and it means a 100th anniversary. Our headline from the New York Times is Red tourism flourishes in China ahead of party centennial. So this headline is saying that red tourism, or tourism focused on Communist Party history, is growing in a healthy way as China prepares to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Chinese Communist Party. Our next two words are prompt and evacuation. Prompt is a verb, and it means to cause or bring about an action or a feeling. Evacuation is a noun, and it means the process of removing someone from a dangerous place and taking them to a safer place. Our headline from the New York Times is Fire near London train station closes roads and prompts evacuations. So this headline is saying that a fire near a London train station has closed roads and caused or brought about actions focused on removing people from danger and taking them to safer places. Our next word is excessive. Excessive is an adjective, and it means more than is necessary, normal, or desirable. Our headline from the New York Times is Track trials delayed for hours because of excessive heat. So this headline is saying that the U.S. Olympic trials for track and field events was delayed for hours due to heat that was greater than normal. Our next word is encounter. Encounter is a noun, and it means an unexpected or casual meeting with someone or something. Our headline from the New York Times is Encounters with Ghosts on Georgia's Golden Isles. So this headline is about unexpected or casual meetings with ghosts on Georgia's Golden Isles. This article is actually in the New York Times travel section, and it talks about an African-American writer's experiences as he travels through parts of the American South that supported slavery, and the ghosts he's referring to are the ghosts of past slaves and his family members who are also from the South. All right, with that, we've gone over some common vocabulary you might find in American or English-speaking news outlets. I hope this lesson was helpful to you all. As always, subscribe below, give us a like if you found this video useful, and let us know in the comments section what else you'd like to learn about or see in our next walk and study lesson. Thanks everyone, take care.
temizledi. Bir yıl buraya zaman harcadı. Kaleci oldu.